Hello, this is Sheshachalam from Astroguide Mysore. Um, there is another very important issue which I have already discussed about the marriage matching, where the Ganakuta is important. But the gunas are also very important, which actually will not come in these major matching, but major 10 points. But how actually a guna of a person has to be understood? There are three types of gunas, three gunas. Like one is the Rajo Guna, next comes the first comes the Sattva Guna, next comes the Rajo Guna, then comes the Tamo Guna. So, Satvika, Rajasik, Tamasik. So these are three types of gunas which actually characterizes or classifies a person into a particular category. Like if a person is a sattvic of nature, we can find out that a person is sattvic if his lagna is associated with benefic planets, his lagna falls in a benefic rashi, and his character, which actually comes out from the fifth house, is also placed with good planets. So, if planets like Jupiter, like Chandra, that is Moon, and Venus, and to some part, let us say around 40 to 50% of Mercury, when it is benefically placed along with the benefic planets, will actually give excellent sattvic guna for a person. Sattvic guna is like a pious character, a person who actually lives up to the human level. He is good for the humanity. He thinks with all good empathy towards others. So this is Sattvic guna, who actually will never trouble anybody, will actually feel sorry if somebody is going through trouble, and he will try to help as much as possible. He is the person who will come and confess if he has done a mistake. He will himself come and confess. So, the character of a person is always understood when something goes wrong. How he actually responds to it, how he actually reacts to that situation. Now, going ahead, the Rajoguna is given by some planets which are having the Rajasic tang of a character. Rajasika like a Raja who wants, who needs comfort, who demands respect, who demands uh, pleasure, who demands a situation, a surrounding, an environment which is good for him. So he is a guy who actually goes out and sees that things should happen as per him. So these are planets like Sun and like Mars, which are Kshatriya in nature, and Rajasic is also nature. But actually, Sun is classified under Sattvic. But when it get transformed to a person, its nature, it builds up his ego. So he wants us to. He wants a position. He doesn't want to sit in a low position. So a person who wants position, who wants fame, who wants to be known around, who wants to be respected around. So these things. So if he does a mistake, seldom he will come and agree. He will not come and agree that I have done a mistake. So he will wait for all possibilities that he would be somehow uh, exonerated from all the mistakes what he has done, and sees that whether the situation by itself happens. And the third one, that is the Tamasik Guna. Tamas, Tamas itself means that negativism. So a person who is pessimistic, who is not optimistic, who always thinks that things don't work out, who goes into depression, and these all these things are because of no motivation at all from inside, and who always compares things which are going wrong to him, and things which are going right on the every end of the world, and things are only going wrong towards him. So he takes himself always cornered, and he feels that he is on the negative end of the life. So these planets are Rahu, Ketu, Saturn, and these three planets actually give these types of negativisms. So when we see the placements of planets in the horoscope, and also especially in the Drakana, only then taking the Drakana into account is more important to understand the character of a person. So I would request people who are learning basics in astrology to go deep into Drakana, understand the characters of a person and his mental makeup, and then start analyzing and tabulating charts. You have to work out for 50 to 100 charts to understand that whether these actually match with what I am telling. Only then you will understand, yes, these things work. Then you can, when while matching charts in the for marriage, you can also match gunas. You should not be matching a negative person with a person who is very naive and very positive. Things don't work out. The negative person will over dominate him or her. Or if you match a Rajasika person with a Tamasik person, if the Tamasik person is weak in nature, the Rajasic person will make him his slave. Simple. So these things should not happen in married life. So if these things should not happen, then you need to go deeper and deeper and analyze the chart to understand the character of a person. Thank you.